Alright guys, in today's video we're going to take a look at a standing floor lamp, adjustable, and I think very good looking, and has a round light for the output. Before that, let me show you a few images that give you some details about this, then we'll jump into the video, talk a little bit more about it, see what it looks like assembled, and see what the light output looks like. Alright guys, so the light we were talking about, let me show you what's included. This of course is the top where the actual light is. This is the base. Very heavy, very sturdy. Should hold it with no problems. These are the different poles. This one's separate. These are all attached by the wire. And one of these, this one, has the actual touch sensitive controls where you adjust your light. We'll talk about that, look at that a little bit more in detail, turn it off and on and everything. Of course you have your barrel connector power, and you have like a little thank you warranty type card and your user manual or user guide. Okay, so other than that, it comes packaged really well. You can see the styrofoam here, the box it comes in. I actually dropped it a couple of times moving it. No damage. And I'm sure the delivery people did a worse job than I did as far as handling it goes. So I'm going to go ahead and get this assembled right quick, and then we'll get back into a little bit more of the detail and show you what it looks like. And you have to kind of forgive the mess, the sparseness here. I'm in the process of moving, so all this is just getting packed up. And yeah, so we're going to go for putting it in this corner over here, so we'll have a little bit of light in addition to the overhead light temporarily until we get moved over the next few weeks. Anyway, let me get this assembled. We'll get back into the light here in just a moment. Alright, so as you can see, the light is operational and it is at maximum brightness, but it made the room so bright even with the well, I don't have any curtains anymore, so it's a little bit brighter in here, but even with that I couldn't tell that the overhead light wasn't on. I kept trying to turn it off with this remote because I didn't think it actually responded. So main takeaways from this light: the measurements I've already included in the images preceding, so you can scroll back and check that out. But the main thing to keep in mind as far as I'm concerned, this is 20 watts of power. It is the equivalent of 150 watts of power. It's 2000 lumen and dimmable from 5% to 100% with a maximum 3000 Kelvin as far as the light color output. And I think it looks really, really good. It also has a memory function. So if I go over there, and I'll show you in just a second, and I touch the button, touch sensitive button on the pole, it's going to turn it off. If I just grab it and hold, it's going to adjust the brightness up and down depending upon where it's starting from. And it has a memory function. So if I leave it on the dimmest brightness, turn it off, turn it back on, it's going to resume at the minimum brightness, and vice versa. If I do the brightest, it's going to resume at the brightest. Okay, so I'm actually wearing a pair of shorts here, so it doesn't match the top. I don't care, but let me show you what it looks like. So if we start adjusting the actual brightness, first I'll just turn it off and back on, show you the memory function. So right now it's at the brightest, so if I just touch it, it goes off. You can see it's a dramatic difference in the room. Really lights up the entire room for the most part, so that's pretty cool. It's very, very touch sensitive, so you can see it's very quick to respond. Alright, so now it's at maximum brightness as stated, so I'm going to touch and hold. Now I brought it down to the minimum brightness, so you can see it just puts out a very small amount of light specific to the area where it's actually at. I like to stick it in a corner. Of course you can set it up however you like, but I like the way it works with the corner because you can have it either shining into the room, or you can actually have a little bit of the light bouncing off of the wall. So depending upon the color of the wall, how much I guess that's actually bounced off, and then the brightness level. But if I turn it off, you can see no light, back on, it's dim again. I'm going to bring it back up to the brightest level again. So that should be the brightest level. You can see it's a bigger circle. It actually puts out a considerable amount of light into the room as stated. So yeah, overall, I really like the design, the look of it, everything about it basically. And it's not going to fall over very easily. Like you'd have to bring it like that far over for it to fall, because if I let go any other way other than that far, it's going to stay upright. So it's not likely to be knocked over very easily by children or pets, and if it's stuck in the corner, it's probably not going to happen anyway. But it's got metal construction, and it has sort of like a hard plastic, rubbery, almost like base. So hopefully that means it won't actually damage any flooring that it sits on. You're not dragging it, moving it around. So should be good to go overall as a whole. And because it's LED, you should get no issues with heat buildup here. I don't feel any warmth whatsoever. And the estimated lifespan is about 50,000 hours for LEDs like this. So hopefully that is useful. I'll leave a link below. You can check out more about it, find out more about it if you like. But that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching.